Hi guys, I'm doing my book review on Barbara Ehrenreich's book Bright-Sided: How Positive Thinking is Undermining America. So basically her book is about how positivity in America is making Americans naive. She explains this through her story of cancer and the way that it's impacted her life. She then continues on and talks about the impact of positive thinking in businesses and throughout the world. I believe that Ehrenreich is a reliable author because she has many stories that make her work personable and credible. I also believe she gets her message across. Some readers might have to reread the book a few times to get the main message because her tone could be somewhat offensive to some that are not critically thinking about her main message. The reason for Barbara Ehrenreich's writing this book is to encourage her audience, which are the American people, to recover from mass delusion of positive thinking. Her book does support her thesis because it addresses the problem that people are choosing to be ignorant for the sake of sparing their feelings. It is a problem because they are expecting things to get better without changing anything. Life coaches say ignorance is bliss. Don't watch the news. Life coaches suggest that a way to eliminate negative thinking and energy in your life is to find alternative sources to be informed with the world than just watching the news. This is delusional, since when was being informed restricting you from being positive? Yes, many stories are sad and depressing, but they are not meant for your entertainment. They are meant to keep you aware and connected with the world you live in and what's going on in your neighborhood. The world's your oyster. You should know what's going on in it, right? Adults and people believe sheltering themselves from what's going on in the world will not change the problem. Being ignorant will only make the situation worse. A growing trend, almost a social movement, of this mass delusion is making its way across America right now. Another way she gets her point across is by discussing her cancer treatment. Chemotherapy is not only killing the cancer, but it's killing the cancer patients as well. Chemo kills all the cells, not just the bad ones. By choosing to be ignorant, no one thinks to invest in a new treatment. Progress should be made. No one is being held accountable for this lack of progress. Side effects is that no one wants to donate to something that might not work. People believe that just making others comfortable during their treatment and recovery by making them feel better about the situation will solve the problem. It doesn't. That is what Barbara is trying to inform her audience. Ehrenreich communicates with her audience that something has to be done about this delusion and mass thought that ignorance is equivalent to positive thinking, and that this thought practice is expected to produce positive results. In reality, no changes are being made because there is a lack of awareness of the problem. The world isn't just butterflies and rainbows, and cancer isn't just about little pink ribbons. Another component of delusional thinking in America is victim blaming, where you hear people talking about how you got your cancer back because you weren't positive enough. That's pathetic. Ehrenreich is successful in pointing out the delusion of the positive American thought process through sharing her cancer stories and tying in her experiences with many problems, including victim blaming. Like when she shared her thoughts on the cancer page and she was mad about how the program and the cancer survivors page was run. She was hit with so much rejection, and women were hoping that she would change her mind, and they were hoping that she would not walk, but run to the therapist immediately. They should respect what she's thinking because she isn't wrong. Many believe that you can simply will the body to fight cancer and other diseases with positive thinking. Barbara shares her story about how she was told to envision her cancer cells being engulfed by the chemo and to picture the healthy cells living. This is nonsense. Ehrenreich comments that this is simply not how the body works, and I feel like anyone can figure that that's simply not how it works. The assumption being made is that not being positive affects how one takes care of themselves. It's honestly appalling that people rationalize that their cancer is or was a blessing because it helped them change their lifestyles. What? This is victim blaming. There's an assumption being made that being positive makes a better lifestyle for cancer patients, as well as there's another assumption being made that living a healthy lifestyle will help you beat a terminal illness. Simply not how terminal illnesses work. Barbara Ehrenreich specifies this in her book, especially when she talks about how the body fights diseases in general. And having a terminal illness does cause a major change in one's individual lifestyle. However, claiming that positive thinking is a cure is absolute nonsense. Being positive is important for mental health, especially when you are fighting a terminal illness. However, to claim that it is a cure is nonsense because it's not the only relying factor to save somebody's life. Barbara's experience with victim blaming and surviving cancer can help the reader see that victim blaming is the result of the pressure America puts on its people to think positively. She hopes the audience will see that positive thinking doesn't answer every problem and that having a realistic viewpoint will benefit the audience in the end. Ehrenreich leaves the reader with the message that being realistic is not being pessimistic. Being realistic is about seeing both the negative and the positive side of the situation and accepting what is happening. With all this in mind, she challenges the audience to change their mind on this mass delusion and to do something about these problems at hand. Thank you for watching my book review on Bright Sided, and I hope you have a great day.